Hello and welcome to your morning announcements. Today is Friday, November 6th. I wanted to remind everyone that throughout the day, Mr. Schwalm and I are both on Zooms with various groups in our class. We're working on those, we're doing teaching. We also have certain times, little short times where we are available throughout the day, but we don't have a large availability time until the end of the day. And I wanted to let you guys know that if you need help on a certain Odysseyware question or assignment, please contact us around these hours. These are the main office hours throughout the day from 2:30 to 4. Those are times where we are available to set up a Zoom to do something, to work on something that you need help with, create a video to help you with something that you have an issue with, do a phone call. First and foremost, though, we are available on the Google Chat. We are available on Gmail to get back to you as soon as possible. We keep that up throughout the day so that we can get back to you throughout the day. And the most available that we are to be able to really dive in and help with a certain thing is from those hours. Please be vocal about things that we're having trouble with, and I'm going to try to get back and find answers with Odysseyware as soon as possible. I do want to be as available as I can with that. These are your morning announcements. Today, we do need to work on that mandated body safety lesson that is mandated by the state. We do have our counselor, Ms. Roberts, who would usually do those kinds of things. That obviously we're doing it virtually this year. Our Odysseyware assignments today: spelling words with complex consonants, and I wanted to talk about this a little bit. In our language, we've had a few assignments with some interesting words. One of them was diphthongs, one of them was now consonants, complex consonants, different phrases that you may or may not have heard, you may not be comfortable with. And what these words are talking about are phonics concepts. They're talking about letter sounds. So consonants are any letter that are not a vowel. So a lot of these words that might seem a little bit difficult or that you may not know, many of them have a simple explanation. And diphthongs are a sound that different letters and combinations of letters can make. And I think a lot of you did find that out. But just so you know, when you hear these difficult words or seemingly difficult words, a lot of them have very simple meanings. In math, we are taking our test for Unit 2. So we've completed all of the second unit for math. There are some difficult concepts in there. I just want you to try your best on the test. Do everything that you can to get those questions. You guys have been working really hard in math. I do want to recommend again, if you're having trouble with certain math concepts, if you're stuck on certain things, definitely reach out because us as teachers can help. But also, there are some other resources. I do want to point out that you can find videos that will teach you various concepts on YouTube through the Khan Academy. Also, you can go to the Khan Academy website. Another thing that I wanted to point out, remember, Zern is one of the best resources that I have found for anything, but specifically for math. Zern will actually take you through and teach various concepts and allow you to practice them and teach them in a very hands-on way. So Zern is something in math that I think is very helpful for everyone to work on. And if you can't get on or you're having a hard time logging in, please let me know. In science today, we're moving on to special mammals. We've gone over all the various families in the animal kingdom, and now we're moving on to special mammals. So we worked a lot about mammals throughout the week, and now we're moving on to some interesting special mammals. In social studies, today is the last day to finish week 3 of our Michigan geography unit. So make sure you send all those documents to me. Remember, like every day, reading 20 minutes on Raz Kids or Epic is very important throughout the day. If not more, you can always read more than that. Reading is very important, and we need to keep up our reading every day. It's part of the reason we're doing reading groups in our Zooms, because it's very important that we keep up with the reading, keep up with the practice, and also thinking about what we're reading and answering questions about it and remembering things that we're reading. Our question of the day today: if you could pick any animal as a pet, which would you pick? So we've been talking a lot about animals. Interestingly enough, we talked a lot about animals in our questions before we started doing the science unit of animals, but that's what we're doing now. And so I have another animal question for you guys. We will move on to a new topic at some point. But today, if you could have any animals pet, and this is a unrealistic question, so it doesn't have to be something that is realistic. And let me know if I already gave you this question earlier in the year. I may have. But if not, maybe that's changed. Maybe you have a new one. Okay, so here it is, the Khan Academy website. I wanted to point this out to show you how you can look up various concepts. So, for example, in Odyssey Where, let's take a look at some of the different concepts that we've been learning and talking about lately. Right now, we're obviously focusing on number patterns as our unit. And one of the things that we've been focusing on lately is addition and subtraction facts. We've talked about shapes and money. We've talked about checking our answers in addition and subtraction, and that was actually one of the more difficult ones. So once Khan Academy loads, I can show you how there's a way to look up and find various resources, videos, instructional tools that will actually help you out with those things. If there's a time when um, your teacher isn't available, we're on a Zooms with another person, and you need to get it done right then. Okay, so move on from this. Okay, so checking answer subtraction. So almost everything that you can find, and this may or may not be perfectly suited for what we're doing, but you can continue to find all kinds of things. And as we get further into this Khan Academy, I do have the ability to assign certain videos and certain topics to you that do relate when I can spend a little bit more time doing that. So here's an example of a video where the person is going through talking about how to go through and do this equation and laying out every step. So this is something we're going to continue to use a little bit more as a good resource for you guys, as well as Zern. I think Zern is a tremendous resource for us to be using at this time. So, and also, honestly, I want you to think about your resources that you have. We have YouTube as a great resource. Obviously, the main purpose for YouTube that I have for you guys is my videos that I'm posting, like this one. However, um, subtraction. You can find these things on here. You can find very good ones. Find checking answers. Here's a good one. Here's a really good example of something checking, and this is a grade appropriate video that talks about checking answers on subtraction. Okay, so here's another good resource. TUT Way Tutor Way. So plenty of good things. Please reach out to me or Mr. Schwam, and we can send you these kinds of things, as well as sending our own videos that we've been making. Okay, so please don't forget to reach out for help if you need it, and we are here for you guys during that time. All right, guys, have such a tremendous rest of your day, and we will see you on Zoom throughout the day. All right, have a good one, guys. Bye bye.